Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And this time we're going to look at a game called Demolition Derby. This was created by Bally Midway in 1984, and it pretty much is what it says it is. There's you against a bunch of other cars, and you're all trying to blow each other up. That's pretty much it. There was a regular stand-up cabinet for 2 players, and then there was a very cool smaller cabinet for 4 players. Yeah, you could play 2-player simultaneous play or 4-player simultaneous play. And like I said, it pretty much is what it is. You just try to smash each other up until all the vehicles except one are left. Or all the vehicles are destroyed except for one. And the best way to destroy other vehicles is to smash into the front of their car. And the way to do that is by using the rear bumper. Drive in reverse. And extra people can join in at any time during a race. But if it's just one player, you just go until you lose a race, until you get blown up before all the others. Then you have to. Then if you choose to continue, you have to start that race over again. You have a damage meter at the bottom of the screen, and to refill that damage meter, you need to pick up a screwdriver that will appear on the screen on occasion. And when you collect a wrench, that will move the maximum amount of energy that you can have up a little bit higher, and you can also increase the maximum of that energy meter by bashing into the cars. You can collect a key which gives you 5,000 points, and you can also get a wrench, or maybe I mentioned that you can collect a wrench to make the wrench meter a little bit higher. There are also tires that you can bump into, which are points, and you can accidentally skid in oil. I love this music here. I remember that blaring through the arcade. Very cool music there. But yeah, see where your headlights are. You want to protect that. Don't let the cars bash into that. Drive in backwards. You can drive forward and reverse. I just stick to reverse and use my my rear bumper to bash into the cars. And you generally want to try to bash them into the front of their car to cause damage faster or greater damage. You can still cause them to take damage even if you bash them from on the bumper, the rear bumper, but you cause more damage by bashing them in the front. And I collected a wrench, and again, the wrench will move up the maximum amount of energy that you can have, and then collecting the screwdriver will refill it up to the point where that wrench is. And you get like 250 points for bumping a tire. And when a car is destroyed, it will leave an oil slick and maybe a tire. And you will skid through the oil slick and spin around. Just like that. But you'll see smoke start to pour out of a car when it's really starting to take damage. And when you see a red flame appear on it, it's going to blow up. And there's another 250 points. And you get points for just bashing the cars. So I qualify for the next derby. Now we have 8 cars. The cars are not specifically going to go after you, although they do eventually. they also try to bash each other. So it might not be a bad idea to avoid running into a whole group of cars. Let them bump each other for you. I mean, maybe just take on 1 or 2 cars by yourself and let a whole group of them try to bash each other. You could like try to, whoops, I want to get out of there. You could try to go into like a corner and hope for cars to come to you, but really you want to bump up your wrench meter by bashing into the cars. I mean, bash in more cars will bump that wrench up higher, and again, the wrench indicates the maximum of the energy you have. And when you go touch a screwdriver, then that'll be filled up to where the wrench is. I remember seeing this in arcades for sure. Let's get that screwdriver. Yeah, the wrench wasn't very high at that point, so I didn't get much refilled. You will get a refill at the end of a race after all the other cars have been destroyed. There could be a remake of this. I would welcome a remake of this with like more power-ups or something. I mean, it's not a super classic, I don't think, but it's definitely not bad. And now I go to the next race. You get a nickname when you get trophies. There is Junkyard Jockey, Radiator Wrecker, Chrome Crusher, Derby Ace, Demo Demon, Screwy Driver, and King of the Road. See, I just kind of went in a corner, but a car will come and get me eventually. But yeah, drive in reverse and bump cars with your rear bumper. Try to protect the front of your car, because that getting the front of your car bashed will cause greater damage much more quickly. Just use that bumper and try to avoid packs of cars. Let them do a lot of the damage for you on the other cars. Yeah, I think I saw both the upright 2-player cabinet and the flatter 4-player simultaneous play cabinet. Yeah, again, the energy meter will only fill up once you get that screwdriver up to where the wrench is on the life meter or energy meter. But yeah, those tires just give you 250 points and they flip up in the air. And there he's dead. And now I'm Radiator Wrecker. And this is an okay game. I remember also seeing this at 7-Elevens, numerous 7-Elevens and convenience stores back in the day. Yeah, protect the front of your car at all costs. Even getting bumped from your rear can cause damage over a bit of time, but it's a lot less damage than you would incur if you got hit on the front of your car. So drive in reverse and bash the front of the other cars. And once it's red, or it has a little flame on it, it's gonna blow up. Yikes, I'm in deep, deep, deep trouble. Can I take another car out with me? Oh, there's one car dead. Crap. Well, now you get to put in your initials here. It's such goofy sound for the oil slick when you fly through it. But yeah, you insert your initials by pressing player 1 start, and there's just that one car that's left. Yeah, even after your game is over, the other cars will still try to destroy each other, which is kind of cool. But that was Demolition Derby by Bally Midway in 1984. You did not qualify. Okay, now let's look at look at me continue. I decided to pick up where I left off, and then they start you here. You have to start that race all over, or that derby all over. And yeah, we'll look at the different rankings in just a second. Yeah, there's Junkyard Jockey. That is the first trophy you can get, or rank. And then there's Radiator Wrecker. Then Chrome Crusher. Then Derby Ace. And then Demo Demon. Screwy Driver. And then lastly, King of the Road. Those are the rankings of Demolition Derby. Demolition Derby was created in 1984 by Bally Midway. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed your weekend. I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving coming up. I'll see you later, everybody. Take it easy. Bye-bye.